Hello and welcome to Rumen 2006, the 15th anniversary of Rutgers Model United Nations Conference.
Australia. Is Australia here?
Each of IDEA's programs presents really unique opportunities for students to learn.
They can talk about serious issues and speak in front of a large group of people and work together to solve problems is something that they simply can't get anywhere else.
The great thing about Rumen is that it's not just a debate conference. While it's called Model United Nations and it requires people to debate, it also allows us to implement a set of skills into the participants of this conference.
Would we have your support?
I would have to see or finish, yeah, and I would like to see specifically what types of things you have in your resolution that pertain to the issues that are dear to the WWF's heart.
I have an issue with the disposal of waste, and although our speaker outlined that the burial of waste in repositories is very safe and will stay safe for long periods of time.
In the United States, here in New Jersey, when one of the nuclear power plants here in New Jersey, in the area known as the most dangerous 3 miles in the country, was inspected, they found the guards asleep. And this is very dangerous for the safety of these nuclear power plants.
Each committee at every IDEA conference pushes students to research and see the world through the eyes of a particular country, state, or political figure.
There's a lot of work. It's not a walk in the park, but at the end of the day, you have fun, and the people you meet are some of the best friends you'll make throughout your entire life.
For the people's education and awareness of the conflicts going on in their own country.
Yes, that's good.
And as we go in the UN as the referee, because both sides want peace and they need somebody to make sure that everybody's playing by the rules.
In my position paper, I wrote about Romeo Dallaire, who is the Lieutenant General of Canada, and he was in charge of the peacekeeping corps in Rwanda. It was like, wow, how did they get him to present here? And it's like, I wrote about him. This is so surreal to me. And he came to our committee and spoke, and he provided such extensive knowledge and firsthand experience from being there. I thought that was definitely by far the best keynote speaker I've ever seen.
Well, I think that the Rutgers Conference has a lot to offer. I've been to a whole lot of conferences, and this is really the most, I think, well-run conference out of all of them. The staff is really highly trained. That's the major thing. When I come home, my kids always say the staff really knew what they were doing.
Well, when people have to be a director, they go through a volunteer process, and we select them for their time management, quality leadership skills, and ability to write. And they volunteer their time every spring semester to write 2 30-page briefs. After that, they go through all sorts of other training. If you have a power delegate, if you have a shy delegate, if you have a quiet delegate, and how to deal with them and how to get them to speak and how to get them to develop over the course of 4 days as a delegate.
Czech Republic. Czech Republic is deeply concerned about the human death toll. It's come to our attention that 8,000 people could die every single day, and that we have to take this into account.
Rwanda.
Czech Republic, Rwanda is trying to take care of this situation. We are asking, do you not trust that we are trying to take care of the situation? And when it comes to monitoring, UNAMIR is in Rwanda right now. Do you see that you want to make UNAMIR bigger, put more troops in UNAMIR?
We do trust you. We are giving you a little leeway. If something completely catastrophic happens, you're in a sort of a very tight position as your president just has been killed and your prime minister just has been killed, and it's going to be very hard for you to respond if all the positions have just been killed and they haven't even stepped in yet.
Technically, we sell weapons to Rwandan Hutus for genocide, but we're actually manipulating the Security Council's debate. So what we're actually doing is trying to drive them away from taking any action in Rwanda.
I think one of the greatest things about Rumen happens after the conference, when the high school students come back to school and they get this sense of withdrawal because they're just a student again. When they're at the conference, they're empowered. They feel as though they're actually the ones making the change, and through that they realize how it's going to feel if they're involved in that way in the future. we're engaging them in the process.
When the conference is over and the students are going home, I really want them to understand that while these issues are global in nature or even domestic in nature, that they have a voice in them. They are players, whether it be in Congress or at the UN. If they have something that they're interested in, they have a voice in the debate, and there are people on the other side who want to hear from them and understand their perspectives on those issues.
I would like every delegate to think when they're leaving the conference that they would like to come back next year because they had such a good time and they learned so much.
I would come back every year of my life.
Give me 2 reasons why.
Because it was awesome. Pretty much awesome.
And all I can say to future people doing this is good luck, have fun, and definitely take something out of this because I know I did.